But
But it's not
Jr.
about.
That's also you also use that as an honesty test to see how honest she's going to be and forthright is she going to be. Because right now, I need to know if I'm going to invest this time and energy to this woman. I need to see if she's an honest woman. She's straightforward. She's just playing games or she's just lying. So part of her being honest is I'm gonna straight up ask you. I'm not gonna just assume because I can make an ass for myself and just assume yes she didn't, and she may not be seeing nobody else. But I'm assuming that now I'm putting doubt already in her because I'm assuming she's that like that, and she may not be like it. So I just need to straight up be honest. I'm not gonna beat around the bush. I'm not gonna play these mind games because I'm too old to be playing games. We adults here. Are we? Are we not adults? So if we adults, I need to straight up ask you: are you
I'm
seeing other men? Straight
I'm gonna
up.
just be
That's what I'm at. Straight up. Are you
I'm
seeing
gonna
other
be
men? And if
yeah.
that's the case,
So what's
I
let me
can
ask you this,
I
Hank.
respect.
Hank, I'm sorry, I said Hank. What's wrong with just closing her options if you're interested in her, right? And you see, I guess after one date that that's somebody you want to date exclusively. What's wrong with just verbalizing that and saying, "Hey, I don't know if you are dating anyone, but I want to let you know I'm not seeing anyone else. Because and I would like to focus on you. Is that something that you would like to do?" And you
So
go from there.
you're doing just what I'm saying. You're asking the question. You're asking a question without asking a question with the statement you just made, man. That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
but
I don't have time to play games.
until
So
he
I want
asks
to
a
know.
question, though, Hank, the assumption is that he has his options open and you have your options open. So until someone approaches the conversation, exclusivity should not be assumed. Because
Okay,
for
so
too
y'all
long,
want to
women
play. Okay, so y'all want to
assume
play
that
games.
and they're always wrong.
I got you. So I'm not about the gameplay. I'm gonna straight up ask you. Like I said before, by the third date, I'm gonna know if your credit score. That's what
Okay,
I'm
you a
about.
serious
I'm about
man.
getting
Nothing
the
wrong with
answers.
that.
I'm not trying to beat around the bush with you. I'm not trying to play games. Now, if I just want to
Mhm.
fuck on you, then that's cool too. I'm gonna say, yeah, you see who you want to. I'm just gonna keep knocking you down. That's cool.
Sometimes you can ask a woman and she still might not tell you the truth. So you can ask them straight up. It don't necessarily mean you're gonna get the truth. But you got to pay attention to other variables with that woman to determine who she really is. There are some women that
I
will be
agree.
honest. There are some women that will be upfront with you, but then you got some that won't. So I think you got to be able to read that person and just collect data. And that's why you sit down, you have conversations, you listen. You may ask a question like, when the last time you went on a date? She may say last week. That's probably a sign that she probably may be dating. So people tell you anything. People tell you what you want to hear, but you have to be mindful of all possibilities when you're vetting. And then when you got a good one, you ain't got to question it because she's gonna already and told you. She may not have verbalized and told you like, "Hey, I'm not dating nobody." You may just know that every time y'all talk, she seemed to be in the house or at work, and that's really kind of answering your question right there. Like she don't really go nowhere, or she may be calling you trying to ask and see what you got going on. Hey, what you doing this weekend? And you've been noticing the pattern, and she just been asking that often during her free time. I wouldn't get so much hung up on somebody happen to tell you something. I just think you just got to be able to understand how people are. And
Baby,
once you
you
understand
got to
how
ask
people
me
are,
to go steady. You want
and,
to go
and
I'm
you know,
agreeing.
steady?
like if you was dating, like if you was out there, let's say hypothetically, you was out there dating DJ might not be the person she ain't gonna work with. You gonna already know already because she's gonna present herself to be difficult to you, and you're gonna be like, I ain't got time for it. And you're gonna see them signs, and you ain't gonna go too far with it. But then there might be somebody like Mrs. Hink, a little bit more reserved, a little bit more mild mannered, and she might be your flavor right there. And then you put a ring on it. So I just think people just be people, and I think we overcomplicate dating. A lot of things present itself that you just got to believe what you see. Sometimes we see things and we see the flags on both sides, and then we just still deep dive into it because we are here. It's just how some folks are. We have to learn the hard way sometimes.
But
Jr., let me ask one more
there's
question before
there's an
you
old
finish.
saying that trust but verify. So that's the motto I live by. I trust, but I'm gonna verify what you're saying is true. So we're gonna have multiple conversations on the phone, and I'm gonna see what you're saying, and then I'm gonna bring up that same conversation 2 days later on the date and see if the answer is gonna change or it's gonna be consistent.
Man, I
And if
don't
I
always
sit
work.
here, you said what?
So I was saying that don't always work, man. I mean, you got to think about because men do it too. You know,
Well, yeah, for
men,
sure, for sure.
men be keeping up with they, what they last sometimes. I mean, you may slip up the
I,
crack every now and then, but you got some people
I,
that's really
I,
mastered
I
it.
definitely, I definitely agree with that. But that's why I say that and I do it because that's what I've done. Shit.
Hmm.
Look, I wouldn't always save and sanctify, filled with the Holy Ghost and the Holy Spirit. I promise you I would. So uh, I do what I do, but I ask for questions because I know what I did. So
Yeah, I got you, Hank. Go ahead, Amir. You got a question?
My last question, I think you're trying to get out, close out, but my last question is to the ladies and I guess to the men. If you see a woman out with multiple men, let's say you see it, does that woman appear to be more of a hot commodity to you? Do you believe that a woman is seen as more of a hot commodity if she is seen with multiple men's?
No, I don't. I don't think she's a commodity. I mean, I don't. I just think she just may be highly attractive, and that's the reason why she has people around her. But then I also think there's a reason why she's allowing these people to be around her as well. So I think there's two things that can happen at the same time. I can't really say who she is until I'm put in that situation, but I just probably say she like to be outside. She like to entertain. You know, she like to be around. But it all depends on what she got going on. You know, if she's a party promoter, if she's DJing, if she, maybe she's some type of got a little status or something like that. Maybe I don't know, man. It just all depends on the situation. But typically, if I just seen that, to answer your question, I wouldn't say she's straight up a hot commodity. A hot commodity to me may look like somebody that may be a little bit more reserved, somebody that's not outside. You know, that may be what's hot commodity to me. But that's just me.
I think that being highly desirable and entertaining a few options is not the same as being flighty and allowing everyone to have accessibility to you. I think controlling accessibility is an important trait when you're dating. That's a huge thing when you're dating. Even with the men that you're dating, everyone shouldn't have full access to you. Meaning, if you're going on a first date, you shouldn't be going to his house. You shouldn't be over sleeping over every weekend and playing house. Some women are so accessible to them, too accessible to the men that they're dating. So even within that frame, you have to be careful. So I don't think it's just about a woman. Um, if a woman is out and she is dating, I don't think there's anything wrong with her dating and entertaining options, but I think that she should also be mindful of the manner in which she's entertaining the options, whom she's entertaining options with. I think that she has to be discerning and she has to be um, mindful, but I don't think that because she's going on a date with one person here this week and maybe another person there this week, she is going through, okay, who is the best person for me? It doesn't mean she's catching bodies and she's sticking her tongue down every man's throat and she's out holding court with 3, 4 men at a table. Hey guys, don't all come at me at once. It's not like that. You know, she's going on dates and she's trying to figure out who is the best, because choosing a partner is a pivotal thing in your life. It can make or break you. It can destroy you or build you up. So I think men and women should make sure that they, when they're in the dating stage, that you actually date. That's what dating is about. Entertaining options and seeing who's out there and what they're about, and if you guys align, and then seeing, it's kind of like, okay, we moving on to the next stage. This man is not going to move on to the next stage with me. I'd like to see this man more often. This man is not somebody I'm going to call back. A lot of people don't even make it past the first date. They don't. So, it's not so much about dating, it's about how you're dating and whom you're dating and why you're dating them.